Hello, folks. Hello, friends. Hello, old listeners. Hello, new listeners. Dan here. How are you? Greetings from Contact in the Desert. I believe it's the biggest UFO conference globally, and takes place out in the desert here in California, where I live. And this is my third one, I think. It's my first one since I've kind of dove deep into the UFO stuff publicly. First one since having this podcast, and the first one since, kind of getting very public with my UFO love the last handful of years, even though I've talked about it for my whole life and on other radio shows that I've done before, but I'm obviously clearly getting very focused with it lately. So coming down here now is like a whole new perspective where I'm kind of like, I came here before years ago when it was in a different place, and now it's like in Indian Wells, California, which is kind of like basically Palm Springs. So it's like at this resort with a pool and it's air conditioned. But the last time I went to Contact was when it was still in Joshua Tree, which is like the high desert. And that's where it was all outside, same time of year. So it's a 6 trillion degrees, and you're outside watching these lectures, and everyone's sweaty, and everyone was dressed up in costumes, and there's like alien costumes and stuff. And it feels like that has changed, which is very interesting, kind of for the better. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having fun doing this stuff, but it's nice being here now, and people are just kind of like, I don't know, it feels like they're here more to kind of learn some stuff, and less about like the funny aliens are funny kind of thing, which is cool, which they are, by the way. Whatever works. If you're into it just because you have fun with it, that's also fine. But as someone like myself who takes it seriously, it's been great being here and talking to folks and having some pretty good serious conversations. Today's Friday. I got in Wednesday. I have friends with a house out here, so I'm hanging there. Yesterday, Thursday, was the first day of the event. I did not go to that, but I met up with my buddy, Mr. Jeremy Corbell, and we hung out during the day and went to dinner, and didn't really talk UFOs a whole lot, which was nice. Just kind of hung out and met some of his desert friends. That was cool. Today was nice. Going to the event, first thing I did was watch Richard Dolan do a really good lecture on USOs, and I stayed for most of it. I had to leave towards the end, but going through some of his favorite USO cases, underwater, unidentified submerged objects or submersible objects, whatever it is. He's the best. I mean, I've said plenty that I think he's my favorite UFO historian out there. His recall and his passion for the history is a great resource. So if you aren't up on Richard Dolan, get up on Richard Dolan, because he's the man. After that, I got to finally meet Chris Ramsey, who I've been a fan of for a very long time. I think his interest in the topic and the things about the subject that interests him, I relate to a lot, and I love his videos. I think he might make some of the best videos on YouTube. I mean, he's been doing content for a long time with his magic stuff, but his personal UFO Area 52 videos are fantastic. So it's nice hanging with him and connecting. We shared some time on a night shift live stream a couple weeks ago and have been chatting a little bit. So it was nice to finally meet him, and ended up actually going to dinner with him, Jeremy, the great George Knapp, journalist Grant, who kind of covered Jeremy's trip to DC the last time, and wrote a great article for Jeremy, or about Jeremy. And then also who came to dinner was Ernie Klein, who you may know. He's the guy that wrote Ready Player One. And the ultimate UFO nerd, and being at dinner with those guys and hearing George tell some stories, and just everyone kind of throwing these ideas around, just a super supportive, fun, laughing group. It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. Also got to finally meet Vinny Adams from Disclosure Team. Again, someone else whose work I really dig, and we've been chatting online for a while. So it's nice to be here and kind of like meet these people who you admire and people you've had some cool online conversations and relationships with. So yeah, it's cool. It's nice being here. Some stuff tomorrow I'm pumped about. Sorry, I'm looking at the contact Bible or whatever. Tomorrow, what's the thing I'm pumped about? Oh yeah. Diane Hennessy Powell, who is basically the person whose work the telepathy tapes is based on. We've talked about the telepathy tapes many times on this show. I've talked about it on my other podcasts. I talk about it with every friend who can listen. I've recommended it to everybody, but I think it's one of the greatest stories that's taken over the last year or so. And I'm over the moon to see that and hopefully get a chance to speak with her for a few minutes and just praise the work that they're doing because, oh man, that's going to be awesome. What else is going on tomorrow that I'm pumped about? I know Knapp is doing something cool tomorrow. I think he's doing, what is it? The hell is it? He's doing like a live thing with George Norrie, like a live coast to coast type thing, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, guys, it's fun being here. Have you guys been to Contact? If you have, comment down below. Let me know when you went. What was your favorite part? One of the last times I was here, I met Whitley Strieber and Jacques Vallée. I mean, come on. I mean, two titans. But it's cool. I mean, everyone who from the podcasts and the books and the documentaries, James Fox, hang with him again tonight. Like everyone's here just walking around. Everybody is completely approachable. It's great. It's like Disneyland for UFO weirdos like myself and like you. So if you get a chance, get down here sometime. It's very awesome. It's like I said, it's at a nice resort now with air conditioning and a lot of cool conversations happening. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm going to do a kind of rundown each day of kind of what my what I've been doing. So we'll see how long this is. But thanks for checking it out, and I'll give you an update after tomorrow. All right, bye.